Hello. Um, Today, one of your activities that you're going to go over is in the lithosphere folder under Rocks and Rock Cycle. You guys should have already done this one after the test. So if you didn't yet, please take care of that. You've already watched Rocks and Rock Cycle Ed Puzzle and did this Rock Cycle worksheet. And now we're doing the Rocks classification gizmo. Right now you can see these are unpublished, but they will be published to you on the day you're watching this. So after you click on this, it'll open up and look a lot like this. Okay. You're going to click on this little blue underlined bit. You'll open it up. And of course, you're going to launch your gizmo. Now, you might need to come up here and sign in. Mine has already been signed in, so it kind of takes care of itself. But anyway, here we go. It says, follow the instructions to go through the simulation. Respond to the questions and prompts in the orange boxes. Some vocab, classify, extrusive, igneous rock, foliation, fossil, igneous rock, intrusive igneous rock, metamorphic rock, mineral, sedimentary rock, strata, texture. You're gonna learn about those today. Okay, so before we get into the actual gizmo, you're gonna think about when you classify objects, you organize them into groups based on common characteristics. What are some different ways you can classify these marbles? And you can write down anything. What characteristics do you think scientists use to classify rocks? And again, you can write down what you think. Make sure you write down something because otherwise I'm taking points off if you have these blank. Okay. Rocks are classified by how they formed. The three types, igneous rock, formed from cooling magma or lava. I'd probably highlight that. That's kind of a big deal. Gonna be on your test. Sedimentary rocks form from the bonding of rock fragments such as sand, silt, or clay, or from organic materials and form chemicals dissolved in water. So there's a bunch of ways you can get sedimentary rocks. One is through rock fragments. It's like sandstone. It's made of sand. Organic materials, which would be like shells and like coal is a fossil fuel made of dead plants, or from chemicals dissolved in water. So rock salt. That water evaporates, it leaves behind a rock. Metamorphic forms when other rocks are changed by heat and pressure. Highlight that. All right, in the rock classification gizmo, you will get to explore these three types of rock. Think about each type of rock, how each type of rock is formed. Fossils are the remains of ancient plants and animals. Which type of rock do you think is most likely to contain fossils? So is it igneous rock, where you have magma and lava, sedimentary rock, where you can have rock fragments, organic material or chemicals dissolved, or metamorphic rocks that involved heat and pressure? Which one would keep fossils in them? Foliation occurs when minerals are flattened by heat and pressure. This results in a layer or banded texture. Which type of rock do you think is foliated? Heat and pressure is the kicker here. So which one of these deals with heat and pressure? And then the last one, air pockets can form in rapidly cooling magma or lava. And which type of rock would you expect air pockets? So you're looking up here, igneous, sedimentary, or metamorphic. All right, so now you're going to go to the gizmo. It says you're going to click reset. Already good. You can classify rocks by examining characteristics such as texture. A rock's texture is determined by its sizes, shapes, and positions of the grains that make up the rock. Classify rocks as igneous, sedimentary, or metamorphic. So, the three groups of rocks each have a unique characteristics. For example, many igneous rocks have a texture of interlocking mineral crystals. Sedimentary rocks may have distinct layers of sediments known as strata. To learn other characteristics of igneous, metamorphic, and sedimentary rock, turn on Show Common Characteristics. Show Common Characteristics. Cool. In the table below, summarize the textures that will allow you to identify and classify these rock types. So you're going to look, it says form from cooled magma, texture of interlocking crystals with no layers or colored banding. Some igneous rocks contain small holes or vesicles. Sum that up, write it right there. Sedimentary rocks formed from particles such as pebbles, sand, silt, clay, cemented together, may contain fossils, often form layers. You write that in right there. And then metamorphic, formed from rocks transformed by heat and pressure, interlocking crystal textures often show foliation or layers or alternating light and dark bands. So that goes there. Now, you're going to select name on the simulation plane. So name. Move your cursor over the rock pictures. Based on what you see, classify the rocks by dragging them into the correct boxes in the characteristics tab. Record your classifications in the table below. And one easy way to make sure you're doing it right is you click status. There's the name of the rock, and you put it where you think it's right. And it'll tell you like, oh, you put that in the wrong spot. So schist, there's the rock name, schist, needs to go in the metamorphic one. So you're taking all of these, putting them in the right place, and then writing their names in your document here. Click on status to check your answers. If necessary, change your classification of rocks on the Gizmo and make any needed corrections to the table above. Then when you're done, click tools and take a screenshot. Right-click the image and click copy image and paste the image here. So you're going to go up here, tools, screenshot, took a screenshot, then you're going to right-click copy image, or for you guys, you'll double-click copy image. It'll say copy to clipboard. You'll say yeah, and then you'll paste it in here. All right, next up, get out of here. Let's reset. So now we're going to location tab. Location. All right, here we go. Igneous rocks that form under Earth's surface are called intrusive. Intrusive igneous rocks usually have large mineral grains because they form from magma that cools slowly. Igneous rock that form from above ground are extrusive. Extrusive igneous rocks have small mineral grains or no grains at all because they form from lava that cools quickly. Where do different kinds of rock form? So label, review how the different types of rocks form. On the diagram to the right, label where you would expect the following types of rocks to form. So double click, and you're going to type in where metamorphic, sedimentary, extrusive igneous rock, and intrusive igneous rock are going to go. All of those right in there. All right. So now it says show classification name. Got that. Oop. Now you know if you're right or wrong. Check your labels, correct any rock locations you labeled incorrectly, drag the rocks from the simulation plane to the correct position on the location tab. Clicked on status, so we still have status. And you're gonna put them in the right places. So, boop, oh, that's not, no rocks are classified correctly. So schist is not an igneous intrusive rock, okay? So you put them in the correct boxes, and then you take another screenshot. Tools, screenshot, copy, and paste it in there, right where that camera is. Which rocks did you classify as extrusive and intrusive? So you list them out. What features did you use to classify igneous rocks as extrusive or intrusive? So that you can actually read up here. Draw conclusions. Extrusive igneous rocks often have air pockets, but intrusive igneous rocks never do. Why do you think that is? Once you have that answer, you can submit and you'll be good for today.